Okay, we're up. Alright, so I did a video earlier today. It's not uploaded yet. Where I was going through and fixing some bots, but I realized it was probably more suited to a live because I was just fucking around with things. So that's what I'm going to do. We have B-Sides London coming up in 2 weeks, and we need to get all of our bots ready for that event. For anyone who doesn't know what it is, I'm part of InfoSec Battlebots, so we try and make Battlebots and bring them to security conferences and let people have a go. Ideally, we're going to have some like tournaments and an actual league and stuff like that going. That wheel's not meant to fall off. That's something we need to fix. But yeah, for the meantime, we take it to conferences and we'll let people have fun breaking stuff. We had a event there, NIDC we were at, and this is what's left after that. Most of these got absolutely trashed, so I need to get them all fixed, ready. A few of them are ready to rock and roll. So this is the JLC PCB bot. This one is now ready to go. It's had a few upgrades. I need to glue that on. Actually, I need to glue both of them on. But it's working. It's functional. I can turn it on and it beeps. I'm going to turn it off because it has a very scary blade on it. So yes, this one is near enough ready to go. Just needs a little bit of polish on it, and it's done and dusted. This one, Blender, had a couple of upgrades, so this is a new chassis than compared to the one that was on it. This is one of my more dangerous ones. It spins up very fast, very heavy blade on it, can do a lot of damage. But surprisingly quite sound. I thought this would destroy itself, but it didn't, so that's quite good that it managed to not destroy itself when destroying other things. But well, we'll see how long that continues, especially with the changes that I made to it. But that one is also ready to go. I need to get the battery out of it though. This one, I don't know whether I need to reprint this chassis or not. Let's see if we can get you a better close up so you can see we've got lots of chunks taken out of it, which isn't exactly ideal. It does have armor on the front. The armor is here somewhere. Let me see. Here they are. I've got a big box of bits sitting over here. So these are the armor plates. They've had a bit of a battering as well, but actually they are really mangled. I don't hate it, but I don't know. I'll maybe bolt it on and see. I think this one could maybe use a reprint. I'm not sure. I don't have a 3D printer here in my house. The 3D printers that I use are a makerspace in Belfast called Farset Labs. So I use theirs because it's cheaper than having my own at the moment anyway. What else have we got? This one here. So this one is called Ra. It was designed by the the founder of InfoSec Battlebots, Ben. He designed this one, and I did some minor tweaks for this version. And we have a little bit of a rivalry going of who builds the better bot. So I printed his to have it over here. He's based over in England. I'm in Northern Ireland, so I wanted to try and have similar bots if we're doing different events and stuff. So this was his design. It's quite nasty. The first grudge match that we'd had, he absolutely mangled my. It was basically the first version of this. Completely mangled it. But it's since got better, and in our last match with Blender, which is when I designed his new design. I don't think it was actually Ra. I think it was one called One Up, the dual spinner. It lost all 3 matches, but not that I'm keeping score. So I need to get these fixed. Tilted Tornado is one that I need to do a bit of love to, that I'm not sure whether it's going to work. So the motor hopefully you can see that the I don't know, the bolt that comes out of that, it just got sheared clean off. So it's crap now, but I have this one, which the bottom is screwed. So I'm thinking I take the top off this one, put it on that one, and we'll have one working motor between the two of them. That's the idea, but taking these things apart is fiddly as hell. So I'm going to try and do that, and we will see what we see. The chassis of Tilted Tornado is actually fine, but it could use it with a little bit of an upgrade. Where is my blue torch? There it is. So I don't know how noisy this is going to be on camera. I apologize, but I need to melt some hot glue. That's not too bad. It's usually a lot louder. Actually, I think this needs fuel. That's probably why it's not so loud. Where's my gas? Gas is over here. So I'm tethered to a mic, so getting around the workshop is awkward. Don't catch it and then pull my bloody laptop off the bench. It would be very expensive. That's better. There's a picture there. That's more like it. So yeah, this one needs a fair bit of TLC. It's not in the best of nicks. I think it could use with a redesign, but yeah, we may never know. Let's see. Nope, not that one. That one. Surprised how well this one held together. It's printed in ABS, and it's amazing the strength difference between it and other materials, even PLA. Or sorry, not PLA. Yeah, PLA is weak as shit. PETG. So I've had a couple that were PETG, and I mean they were stronger, definitely stronger than PLA. As I say, PLA's not that strong against anything really, but particularly it's very noticeable the difference between ABS and words grant ABS and just the other materials. Like, so these ones are printed in ABS, and all of the ABS printed bots are they just take hits and just keep going, and they don't destroy themselves as much. A lot of my spinners. So this one is now printed in ABS. This one's first iteration was printed in PLA, and then PETG. Both of them, this arm sheared off. I added a little bit of reinforcement to it, but then printed it in ABS, and it's just night and day the difference. I don't think it's the structural difference. I think it's just the material is just so much better at taking those kinds of stresses. Bear with me, I've got to get a C-clip off, and these things ping everywhere. Where are my little screws? I did tidy this workbench, or down here. Right, if you hear me swearing a lot, it's because I've lost the C-clip. Oh, come out, you fuck. Nope, let's check this one on the Google. Uh, Bear with me. Anyone know how to take a C-clip off the bottom one of these motors? I'm trying to Google it here. I vaguely remember you just push down on the wee feckers, but it's not going, and I've only got 2 attempts at this before I break something completely. Let's see. Yeah, you should just need to push down on it. Why is that not coming off? It could be it's been absolutely fucking mangled in one of the fights, which is entirely possible. Oh, get off. Not convinced that that is what I need to be doing right now. What in the name of God? Yep, anyone out there? How the hell are those wee C-clips meant to come off? I cannot find it. I had them off before. There was another one, the smaller ones of these, but I don't know if it was a different clip or not. It just came right off. This one's not wanting to go. Maybe it's just being stubborn. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is I've got 2 of these motors. One of them one of them had the top bit, the top bolt shear off in a fight with Blender. Blender hit it quite hard, and it sheared the bolt right off. And the other one that I've got, the windings, one of the windings is screwed, so one coil isn't, one phase isn't working. So it's just juddering. So the bottom is screwed on one, the top is screwed on the other. So I'm gonna take them apart, put them together, and hopefully get a good one out of it, because ideally I need one of these to be working to get Tilted Tornado back and working. At least that's the idea. Cool. Where am I? Right, hold on. All these things are fucking videos. Fuck it. Let's just get this thing off. So it doesn't actually look like a proper C-clip on this. You know that? I'm wondering, is it not, and that's why I'm not having issue, or I'm not succeeding? Oh, sorry, I'll need to bring that closer to the camera so you can see what's going on there. Get off. Snips are not the best way to do this. Do not take anything I do as a tutorial because it is almost certainly wrong. There we go, got it. Okay. That one is a little bit screwed, so I need to do better with the next one, otherwise I will not have any working motors. Well, actually I don't have any working motors at the minute, so if I get one out of this, it's an improvement. Get up. Let's try to loosen that out a bit more. Alright, the insert screw is out. If I remember right, this thing's just held on basically with magnetism. Pliers are too big. Where is my multi-tool? Not here, of course not. Why would it be here? That would be too useful to have it here when I need it, wouldn't it? Let's use this. I may regret my decision, but no regrets, no regrets. Get off, there we go. Beautiful. Right. So, I have one top that is screwed, one bottom that is in theory working. So this is all of the coils. If no one's ever seen inside a brushless motor before, this is what they look like. Just lots of little coils. They'll basically be electromagnets whenever they're powered, and there'll be 3 phases. So each of these wires is powering a set phase. Phases power on, changing the magnetism so that the field goes round, and that's what makes it spin. On the inside of the insert, so those little things are all magnets, and that's what then makes the turning motion. Science. So now we need to try and get the C-clip off this one in a little bit of better nick than what I got the C-clip off that one. So I think flathead screwdriver and down and push is what I need to be doing here. Ah, you fucker. So, what is everyone up to? I appreciate this isn't probably the most thrilling thing to be watching right now. So, what do you guys want to know? I usually do these, I waffle on about some cybersecurity related bollocks while I'm doing these. Oh, actually, how many people are panicking over the iOS update, iOS 17, that allegedly lets people steal all of your contact information just by walking past you? And spoiler warning, it's fine. It's actually not there's no vulnerability there, there's no issue. Some police precinct posted that could happen. And said that was the thing, that all parents should make sure to disable that setting and all that rubbish. And then that was picked up by another police precinct that then shared it on social media, and then another, and another, and another. And then there was a TikTok video that went viral about it. But it was a great analogy for how misinformation can spread, because none of it is true. It works pretty much the same as airdrop. There has to be a validation. There has to be an authentication of some shape or form of like, hey, do you want to share your do you want to share your contact details with this person, and then you click OK, and then it actually shares. So there isn't actually a vulnerability there. But I thought it was a great example of misinformation spreading like wildfire on the internet and causing people to panic over absolutely fuck all. God love it. Trying to think of anything else fun happened in the world of cybersecurity recently. Don't think there's any new vulnerabilities, which is a nice thing to be lacking. Lots of the Russian hacktivist groups were kicking off, and there's a lot of stuff happening with Palestine and Israel. The hacking groups related to them kicking off, but I don't really want to go down that particular rabbit hole in this stream for obvious reasons. It is a bit of a hot topic. Hacking groups themselves aren't doing anything particularly interesting. There's a little bit of DOSing, some financial institutions being targeted, I believe. Nothing too sexy. Vibes, good vibes. What else would I watch? Rotor and Stater, maybe. Yeah, that name sounds about right. 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 This C clip is not in any better position than the other one, so hopefully I can get these back on in some way, shape, or form. There we go. There's one off. I've lost the other one. That one's going to go there. Remind me that the C clip is in that wheel there. Okay, if I lose the C clip, that one there. Like robotics, like coils, like tools. Yep, me too. You coming off? Okay. Why is helps if I loosen this. I have a lot of firewalls. I have a lot of firewalls too. None of them are plugged in, but I have a lot on. People always find that quite shocked that my own security is very vanilla for my house. The main reason being is that most people are not going to experience a relatively sophisticated hack that's going to require intrusion detection systems and all that stuff. Most people are going to hit with scams and spams and all that. And most of the things that I get sent because I do cybersecurity YouTube stuff and TikTok security stuff. Most of the stuff I get sent is like via email of hey, we want to work with you, click this link. And you're like, yeah, wait, and I will. Get off. There we go. Okay, so this is the one with the fucked coils. I'm honestly not sure why. I just know that it is. So I'm going to put that one aside. I might be able to fix it. I don't know. If I can maybe identify what's wrong with it, we might be able to fix it. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this here, put it onto this one, and hopefully we will have a working Order. Be really quiet hunting wabbits. Bit of Elmer Fudd there. You sound British. I am. Uh, I'm also Irish. So I live in Northern Ireland. So it is, see, on the island of Ireland, but is part of good old Britain's empire. What's left of it, anyway. Um, Shit, I dropped that and it's gone forever. Okay, I've lost the C clip. Where'd the other one go? I could probably get away without it because it's held on by the magnetism. Oh, there's the other one. So yes, I mean I have a British passport. I also have an Irish passport. We're weird like that. We can have both. What about you? Where are you from? Right, bend that down. So C-clips, little bit foobarred. Just a little bit. But we'll see if we can get on. Rabbit holes, a lot of them are great. Oh god, yeah. I mean, I've got the robots here. I work in cybersecurity and love cybersecurity. I've got, I also do radio stuff. If you look on the channel, you'll see I did a lot of stuff on jammers and radio, electronic warfare type stuff, as well as hacking just cranes and shit with radios. Yeah, too many rabbit holes, not enough time. Right, get on there. So C-clip is not one to go back on. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. I think. Good enough. Okay. C-clip's back on. Need to put the bolt in here and then we can power this up and see if it actually spins. If it does, then we have another bot back into the running. So let's plug you in here. I got a controller, I do. Battery. Right, where is my switch? There it is. Okay. Need to wait for this to pair or go into pairing mode. It's not mapped to this controller, I don't think. So need to wait for. Whoop. Don't know how well you can see that little red light. Not very well. There's a little red light there. Once it starts blinking blue, then I can drop in tools. Then I can pair it. What are your thoughts on threat hunting? So threat hunting as in security, like going back and whenever you say threat hunting, my mind goes to blue team threat hunting. Sorry, distracted messages. So yes, sorry. Whenever someone says threat hunting to me, that is like whenever you're in the company, you're in the blue team, you're in the SOC, and you're retroactively going back through your network looking for attacks that have happened that you may have missed because you now have new information, like a new IOC, an indicator of compromise that you can go back and look for. Is that what you mean by the threat hunting? Yeah, yes, blue teaming. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's fun. I like doing it. It's terrifying if you find something. But yeah, I mean, threat hunting is useful. I don't think a lot of companies do it as much as they should, because I don't think anyone wants to be the person to say, hey, I think we've been caught. Oh, damn, wrong controller. This controller has the red tape on it because it's fucked. Got that one. In fact, if anyone knows any things of how to flash these, let me know. Oh, Illinois. Huh. Company I work for is out of there. So yeah, threat hunting's quite fun, but as I say, I don't think a lot of companies tend to do it much because who wants to actually check that you've been, or who wants to know that you've been hacked? A lot of companies take the stance of see no evil, hear no evil. But my current role, I don't do any threat hunting. That's just not in our not in the remit of what my team does. I just know I subscribe, so it must be a reason. God knows, I do a lot of random stuff. Right, so let's see if this spins. Oh, that's sad. Oh, 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 oh. Ha ha ha. She lives. Cool. All right. Yep. Happy days. Okay. Cool. We've got one working, well, one revived bot from 2 dead motors. Stay on there. Test drive. It has no wheels. Currently has no wheels. I think the chassis on this one probably needs reprinted. It's a really old design of mine. Do I have an example of what I do now? Yeah, it might be easier to see on that one, but the motors in this one actually go into like a bracket, and then I hot glue them in place. These ones, the bracket is really shit. It's like half the size, and they just sort of sit there. It's not great. So they get moved around quite easily. But let's see if we can. Let's see if we can put some wheels onto it, and we'll do a test drive. Yeah, let's just unplug these for now. Take them out. So yeah, see, in the last fights that it was in, it just got duct taped in place because the motors kept falling out, which is not exactly ideal. First time watching me live. Oh, thanks. Cool. I don't go live a lot. I'm trying to get more. I've been neglecting the YouTube for a while because I started doing TikTok, and it was just so much easier to, put out short form videos on the go. There wasn't much, you don't need much prep for it. You don't need to do much of anything really. You just sort of swipe and go. But it was recently I noticed that the YouTube channel had continued to grow, even though I hadn't been putting out content. It went up. I think when I sort of fell out of the way making videos, it was about 7,000 subscribers. I think I'm now hitting 9,000. I like that. That's insane that people were still watching, still subscribing, and still wanting to see those things. So I decided that I should go back and keep at it and keep doing things. It's just getting time to do them. So I figured lives like this, when I'm just, I would be doing this anyway. I need to do this anyway. So I got this setup done today. I've got a webcam here that's bolted to the wall. It's hooked up to my laptop. I've got a little lav mic that I've been used for years. And I can just live stream like this whenever I'm doing stuff, just to put some content in there that's easy while I work on videos and stuff like that, because I'm still not really sure what kind of videos people really want to see, because the most popular videos I've done were of jamming devices and stuff. Most of the people were saying, just, can you make me one? I'll buy one off you, all this, even though throughout the thing I'm saying, these are illegal as hell. I will not build you one, don't ask. People seem to miss that that part. So yeah, it's I don't know really what what yeah, I really don't know what content to focus on because I have, as I said, so many bloody rabbit holes. It's hard to pick just a few to focus on, and they always say that your channel should be more focused rather than you should be more focused rather than like generalized or like doing lots of different things. They say that if you want your channel to grow, you shouldn't do those things. But I say the channel's grown with a random mix match of videos, and I wasn't even posting, so I think I should just continue to, post random shit and see how we go. I was behind the time stream. I was wondering if the long lag time. I mean, the lag time could be me. I'm on Wi-Fi and stuff. It's not an ideal setup I've got here, but it's the best I can do at this moment in time. So hopefully it is okay. I do have fast internet though, so hopefully I do own a hammer. I just don't want to go get it right now. Hey, anything can be a hammer if you hammer things with it. Okay, cool. So actually, do you know what? I don't think this needs a redesign. Do you know what this needs? Fuck tons of hot glue. So let's get the glue gun on. I'm just going to glue the shit out of these and put it all in. Because this is printed in ABS, so this is tough material. And it hasn't taken much damage. So, yeah. I think I'll go with that. Next question is, what weapon do I put onto it? Do I go with the nice big spinny blade? Or something like that, the bar. I don't think I have another bar actually. We've got a little bar. Don't know how I feel about the little bar. I want to see more hardware hacking stuff. Yeah, the hardware hacking stuff is fun. It's the main problem with it is I have no idea what I'm doing, which is fine and could be said of most things, to be honest. But it's more I don't know how to make an interesting video of me failing to do things regularly. I mean, maybe that's of interest to people. The bar. These are the bar ones. Maybe people want to see those kinds of videos where I'm just sort of faffing about with something. Don't know whether a live stream would be more, would be better for that, for hardware hacking, because it's going to be a lot of trial and error, a lot of failing, a lot of fiddling about, get a community going of asking questions and trying to figure stuff out together. That might be a way around it. I need a good way of being able to record it though, because there's going to be some stuff that's on the screen on the computer. There's going to be some stuff that's on a workbench. It's going to be very do the spin blade. I will make this spin in a bit for you. Do I want to spin that one? That one's quite scary. I don't know whether... Yes, I'll spin that one for you. So yeah, trying to figure out recording setup for hardware hacking is going to be interesting. But yeah, this was the blade that was on that one before it deleted itself. So I might upgrade it to one of these ones instead. Bit more teeth on it. I do have these little small bars as well, but they're so. Right, hot glue gun is hot. Let's glue the hell out of these things. Right. If you've ever heard the expression, if it can't be ducked, it must be fucked, the same can be said of hot glue. If it can't be glued, it must be screwed. Also, just as a side note, I am not sponsored by Ryobi in any way, shape, or form, but this glue gun is fucking awesome. Okay, big globs of hot glue. More teeth is better. What are you, an orc? You should be sponsored. If you have anyone that's willing to sponsor me, let me know. Right. We need wheels. We need wheels. We need wheels. I've got wheels somewhere. Maybe. Do I want to give... Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it the fancy wheels, I think. But we have been trying to 3D print wheels. That's what these are. These are 3D printed in TPU. They are okay. They function. That's about the best endorsement I can give for them. So you can't beat these ones. These are just bought rubber and hard plastic, and they are great. And this one has always had really shitty wheels on it, so I kind of want to give it some nice half decent wheels for a change. And pokey thing. Oh, that's... I am 100% going to stab myself, so I'm going to hammer this on the ground. Controller's complaining. But apologies, you're going to hear a loud bang and me swearing. That's just me hitting my thumb. It's not intentional, but it's probably going to happen. Get out, you... No, now I've just jammed a screwdriver in there. There we go. So, Rocher, how are you, my friend? Okay, let's keep the hammer nearby. I'm probably going to need it before too long. God damn it. Do you think Gen AI is going to impact InfoSec jobs, or will it keep helping in the job easier? I think little column A, little column B. There's a lot of security tools, sim tools. There's a lot of sim tools, security tools that are adding in Gen AI to do stuff, and some of it is interesting. I whether it's good or not, whether for the industry or for the professionals, I don't know, because I haven't used it much. But it does seem to do things like if you're doing an investigation and you want to look for a very specific like piece of malware, or something that you know might be like doing a threat hunt for sake of argument, but you don't really know the specific like Splunk query or whatever that you need to run. There's what's the term, plain language models or plain language prompts, I think they're called, where you just type in what it is you're wanting to look for. It's like, okay, I'm looking for Redline Stealer malware. Okay, that wouldn't work in Splunk, because Splunk's going to not have a clue what the hell that is, but these models then take that and turn it into a Splunk query with known IOCs for Redline Stealer, all that stuff. They look good as a jumping off point, and they are good to get you sort of like a shotgun effective in the ballpark, but it's not good at doing that granular thing. So I think it's a useful tool to have, and it'll be certainly good for like new analysts who maybe know what they need to look for but don't know the actual query that they need to run. Sorry, I'm battering the hell out of this wheel. So yeah, I think it's gonna be helpful. There is also the flip side of it from the attacker's perspective of, is this going to lead to less sophisticated attackers being able to create more complicated attacks and malware? And I think yes and no. Because like we already see non or less technical attackers doing hacks because they're using, like, malware as a service, or they're buying the malware from another hacking group, using it, and then getting what they need to do and bugger off. And a lot of them are having a massive amount of success with that. So would they move from that to them writing their own malware using a generative AI of some shape or form, and then taking on that, having to manage it, update it, debug it, all that stuff? I don't think so. But like, you never know. Don't know how expensive those hacking as a service tools are. They're probably quite dear, so they might try to do it to save some money. So there's certainly the potential. And then those more technical attackers are probably going to use it in the same way that we use it as professionals, of checking our homework, of trying to do something and getting ChatGPT to double check the answer, or for some people just give it to you. So yeah, I think it's going to change things. I don't think it's going to be the big be all end all that people are worried about, that it's going to put devs out of a job and all that stuff. It's just another tool at the end of the day that's going to help or hinder. But I think it's a very good learning tool. So a lot of I've got a GitHub. If you go into my GitHub, I've got a lot of security tools that I've built, and two of the more recent security tools are built in Rust. So anyone doesn't know, it's a relatively new language, and I didn't know Rust. I built these tools to practice effectively. I'd already built tools similar in Python. I know Python very well, and I thought, right, let's try and build these in Rust to try and convert it over. And I used ChatGPT as like almost like a teacher. So like, I was trying to build the thing, and then whenever I got stuck, whenever I hit a roadblock, I asked ChatGPT, hey, why is this working this way? Why is this doing this? And between that and Rust's own documentation, like I didn't hit a problem I couldn't overcome. I did do a couple of experiments getting it to just write the code, and my God, it was awful at it. It was absolutely woeful. I think Rust just hasn't been around long enough, so it hasn't had a big enough sample set. 'Cause if you ask it to write Python code for you, it's actually not bad. It can usually get you 90% of the way there, but the Rust stuff was just god awful. Again, I assume it's not a popular language. It's not as widespread. There wasn't a big sample set for them to train it on. But yeah, that was a journey. Sorry, that was a ramble and a half. Apologies. Okay, the ramble did time quite nicely because now we have two wheels. Sorry, this wheel has been in a lot of fights and is very, very mangled. It's been glued back on one too many times. Right, what do I need? I need this onto here. Where's my bolts? There's my bolts. Okay. So which one are we spinning up? We're going to spin up Blender. I'll get these bolts in, and then I'll... Oh, actually, I left that one on. That was dangerous. We'll do this one. I'll put the original blade back onto it and we'll give it a spin. So, how's everyone else doing? Anyone playing Baldur's Gate? There we go. 2 bolts, good enough. Good enough for a test anyway. Right. So let's put you in here. Let's turn it off, I think. So left motor is that one. Right motor is that one. We'll tuck the battery in. Over there, I think. Okay. Right. Oh, started a druid, one of the fungi path. I heard people complain about the fungi path. They said there wasn't much room for improvement. Ah. Anyway, fuck, that was horrible. Yeah, I heard people complain about the fungi path because whenever you go to the Myconid, spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched played the game, whenever you go to the Myconid colony, there's like no extra dialogue or anything options, like nothing to acknowledge that, hey, you're also all about dem spores. Which is a little bit sad, given how much thought went into everything else in the game. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah, 100%. I would say worth a try. Nope, magic dropped off. Okay, thank you, bro. Nope, I had the screwdriver in my hand. Yeah, I currently have a playthrough going on Baldur's Gate with my all necromancers and one bard. They are the necrodancers. I did have it all necromancers at one stage. They failed horribly. Need a long screw, bolt, same thing. Okay, we're nearly ready for a test. I'm not going to do a test battle because I'm fixing these so that they are ready for fights later on. Oh, that bolt's way too bloody long now. God damn it. Right, this one should... This one should do. Yeah, cool. So as you can see, it's a little bit snug inside, but that is fine. I need an 8mm socket, if I'm not mistaken, and I guarantee it's the one socket I don't have. Fuck, of course. Yep. What did I do with it? I had it in my hand. I cleared my bench today, and now I can't find anything. This is why you don't tidy. 8mm socket, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put the old blade back onto it for now. Good night, Roker. You're just about to miss the switch on. Or well, the switch on of the blade anyway. And that'll rotate a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. Alright, let's see if she moves. That wheel is coming off. Yeah, need to glue that wheel off. I think that's another bot ready to go. The bolt needs something underneath it to prop it up because it's a little bit of a loose fit. But that's okay, we can fix that. I have bolts here for just such an occasion. So I would like to put one of these ones on it. These are thicker blades, so they're heavier. The downside to this is I didn't make these. These were laser cut by my counterpart over in the UK. Sorry, over in England, and they're about an extra mil thicker than the ones that I use. But I have no idea what the metal is. And whatever it is, it's hard as hell. I tried to drill through one of these with standard metal drill bit, the same one that I used to cut through the rest of them. Didn't even make a dent. I don't know whether these are tool steel or what the hell they are, but they are tough as nails, which is great for a weapon, but difficult when I need to make a hole a little bit wider because these weren't cut for these motors. I'm using bigger motors because bigger motor is more better, as we all know. Right, let me get a bolt. I believe these ones fit. They do. Actually, no. Do you know what? I'm going to use some washers instead, I think. Don't want the blade to be sitting too high because it already sits a little bit high above all of the other bots. And that's not ideal when you're trying to hit them. So, let's just put some washers on there to build it up a bit. Couple. Not too many. Okay, so I could have got rid of one. Right. I did have Loctite, but it spilt on my way to Rome. So now I have no Loctite, so these are just getting screwed on, and hopefully they'll stay there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Try that again. I do want to hit something. What can I hit? I can hit Private Bash. Okay. I am sorry, Private Bash. I'm going to do this with my hand, not drive it in because I want to make it controlled, but also don't do this because it's dangerous. I think that's sufficient, don't you? Don't know if you can see that. It's about 2 mil into that PLA. I think that'll do. So I could swap it for this one. This one does a bit more of a impact damage, not quite as much as this one, which is just there's 1 point on that that's ever going to hit, whereas this one does more of a cutting type motion. Again, same as that one. This one is sort of in between. It's a little bit cutty, a little bit not. Still quite cutty. I would prefer that bar. If I wanted just like impact damage, just solid one hit impacts. I would like to update Shredder here with one of those bars, but it's just not big enough. And if I start making it bigger, it's just going to turn into another blender. I don't really want to do that, so we'll leave it there. But yeah, I think that's all right. So I'm going to stick a bit of glue on those wheels just to try and keep them in place. Actually, they come out at all. They might be all right. Yeah, no, actually, no, that one's wobbling. Yeah, that one's wobbling like hell. Where are we? Hot glue. There we go. Because, as I said, if it can't be glued, it must be screwed. Actually, that one is on there, so I'm fine with that one just staying where it is. Do I need glue? I might not need glue. It might be alright. The wheel is wobbly though. These wheels have seen a little bit too much fun. It's better than the 3D printed ones. Is it though? Actually, oh, pulled down my tools. Is it better than the 3D printed ones? I'm not sure. That bot is really very fast. They're all fast. They're all damn quick. The only one that I ever had that was slow was the Mark II of Private Bash, and it actually did really well in all of its fights. The downside to it was just big and bulky. So they're all the same speed. They're all using N20 motors with, I think it's a 1:600 ratio. And this one was originally our quickest, but also our heaviest. So this one is Sir Kills a little. So he's got his little shield and spear. Apologies, checking in that the kids are still okay. Come out, you fucker. Yeah, this one's also been through the wars. There we go. But having said that, I think it's still functioning fine. Although that motor's catching. Let's get a battery in you. Let's see. It's on charge. You'll do. Let's see if Sir Kills a Little is still killing. Need to wait for it to go into binding mode. I'm really surprised this one's still going. This was after B-Sides Dublin. We got the challenge coin, so we made it into a shield, and it's taken a fair amount of hits and is still going. The chassis was originally purple, so this is PLA. So like this has survived. This has soaked up hits far better than I thought it would. Because it's just PLA. Like this should shatter, which is what happened to the original chassis here. It got a hit in the side and just exploded. Do I still have it actually? What was left of it? Is that it? Is that it? Hold on. It is. Yes, it is. So, like that's the whole side just got completely sheared clean off it. So it was PLA. This is now printed in ABS, which I already talked about a while ago. That ABS is the best thing ever. Oh yeah, 3 consoles fine. Oh, okay, cool. I thought Kills Little needed a little fixing, but apparently not. That is handy. It makes my life a little bit easier. Nice. So the only one I have left that I need to give any sort of form of TLC to is this one, which still doesn't have a name, if anyone has any ideas. 2.5. So yeah, if anyone has any ideas of names for that one, it would be useful. It's basically just a tank with TPU armor. Notice you have a bunch of small bots. Have you ever thought about getting everyone? Yes, I have. So what these are for? This is an event, a group, a company. It's not really a company. The thing I'm part of called InfoSec Battlebots, and what we do is we take an arena and lots of these little bots to security conferences, company events, schools, STEM stuff, and we let people have a go, just bashing them up. That's what we do. So at the minute our arena can take and wait bots. It's got a decent size for it. Insurance is all covered, all that good stuff. In the UK, there's a lot of, sorry, in England, there's a lot of Battlebots leagues and people who meet up and fight regularly. Here in Ireland and Northern Ireland, there isn't. So I'm trying to make that on this side of like get some interest going, get people building and bashing bots. It seems to be getting there. There does seem to be interest. So we're definitely trying to get that kind of league going, and then we're going to hopefully get a bigger arena to start building or to start being able to fight bigger bots and have a bit more fun that way. So these are an offshoot of the UK Antweight. They're a little bit heavier as the weight class we allow. We're potentially going to align with the US Antweight, which is £1, so about 400-gram bots. And ideally what we want to be able to do is then go into beetle weight eventually and have an arena that's big enough for beetle weight bots, because I think that's beetle weight I think is a nice class between, you build a bot and you repair it more than replace it, whereas these get absolutely trashed. You just reprint a new chassis and build them. They're that small and inexpensive, you can do that. You have something, beetle weight, it's a little bit bigger, maybe it's more machined out of metal, things like that. You're more inclined to repair rather than just rebuild, and I like that aspect of it. So I really want to get to being able to run Battlebot later beetle weight leagues. But we just need funding at the minute. That's the big thing that we're lacking. So the company itself, or this company is InfoSec Battlebots. So cybersecurity Battlebots, InfoSec Battlebots is the website name. And yeah, we take this to conferences and let people bash it. So the next one, what I'm getting ready for here, is B-Sides London. So security conference over in London. And we're going to go over and let people have a go bashing up some bots. So yes, that was a long way of saying yes, I definitely want to build a bigger bot. Like, I grew up watching Robot Wars and loved it. Always wanted to build a bot, always wanted to get into it. Obviously never did, it got cancelled. Then came back, hope sprang again, then it got cancelled again. And here we are. And someone approached me, guy Ben, about a year ago now, said, hey, do you want to get involved in this thing that I'm making, InfoSec Battlebots? And I was like, hell yes. And we have been doing it since. So yeah, everyone needs a hobby. Yeah. Right. I think these TPU armor pieces have had their last hurrah, but let's see. Oh yeah, sounds pretty cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So if you're in the UK, you probably won't be far from us. We go to events up and down England. Very recently, actually, we were invited to Rome to a conference called Rome Hack, and they had a kids track and stuff, and they asked us to bring the bots over and the arena, and then we tried shipping the arena. It was a process. And what we did was we gave them a bill of materials, and we flew over the night before and built an arena for them. So that's still over there. The only caveat that we had was like, hey guys, if we come over to do something in Europe again, can we nick that arena and bring it? And they were like, yeah, no problem. So right. Okay, well, this armor is sort of on. Yeah, no. That armor needs to be printed. I don't think the chassis is bad enough to warrant being reprinted. but the armor will bolt onto that side fine. It's not going to bolt onto this side. Could just hot glue the shit out of it. As I said, if it can't be glued, it must be screwed. So I might do that actually. I might just hot glue the living hell out of the armor onto the front of this. It's not going to survive contact with the enemy for very long, but it will survive for a bit. And that's ultimately all we need. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Undercutter is ready. Drum spinner is ready. This kills a little. JLC's ready. This tank thing's ready. Blender's ready. And Tilted is ready. Cool. Seems pretty neat. Not sure much they do stuff like this in the US. So there's one that I would love to go to. NHRL, National Robot Havoc League, I think is the name. NHRL, they run loads of events, and they're cool. Yeah, they run regular events. They have a YouTube channel. I would highly recommend checking them out. They're really good. But on that note, this is the only one that I still need to do some work to. I may be building some nice new fresh ones, we'll see. But otherwise it is working. So many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 is over there. And I have enough bits to do 10, 11, 12, so I could maybe get 14 if I build some brand new ones. Okay, yeah. I am happy. I have enough, I think, to have an event. Yeah, cool. So on that, I'm going to end live. You can let me know if you enjoyed this kind of live where I'm just doing what I would be doing on an evening anyway and just talking shit. Let me know if you like them. Again, let me know what kind of videos you want to see on the channel, all that good stuff. The like, subscribing and sharing and all that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you later.